Look, an amazing thing happened last week in terms of Wellington local body politics. One of the mayoral candidates came up with some actual policies. Instead of emails or claims of people leaking emails or people being involved in dirty politics. No, someone came and said, here are my policies about how to fix broken Wellington. That was mayoral candidate Diane Calvert, the only woman, though that's not important, running to be mayor of Wellington. And I thought, since she'd done that, it would be only fair to ask you what those policies were in the interest of raising the tenor of this mayoral campaign. And she joins us by video link now. Diane, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Sean.
Okay, what possessed you, for goodness sake, in a campaign that's all about who leaked what to who or did what when they were out drinking? What on earth are you doing thinking policy has got to have anything to do with, this campaign?
Well, I mean, and that's why I'm standing, because the conversations weren't directed on what we need to sort the city out. And so after being on around the council table for 9 years, I've got a pretty good handle on what needs to be fixed and how we can fix it and how we can sequence it.
Okay. Top 3 policies that you've come out with. Run through them.
So the first one is reset the budget. And so, look, this is about what everyone's asking for. Can you cut the council's expenditure? And the first thing I want to do is say, right, we're going to take a 5% cut.
What's that in dollar terms, Diane?
Probably about $40 million.
You're going to cut $40 million out of the budget in the first,
12 months.
20 months?
First budget.
Okay.
So we do a budget once a year, and it shouldn't be that onerous because government's made a cut across all their departments by 6 or 7%.
Where are you going to cut the $40 million from?
Well, I mean, look, this is when we're going to sit around the table and actually look at
See, that's just an aspirational goal, not a policy then.
No, it's not aspirational, Sean. It's 5%. It's not aspirational.
Okay, so 5% less across the board, or are you going to take a particular area and say we really don't need... I mean, do you have any suspicion where you'll get the 40 million from? Or is it just...
Look, I think this summer will be across the board. And look, I know the chief executive just launched an efficiency drive. And looking at processes. But look, there's areas we think, with the use of technology now, we don't need as many people doing jobs. We've got to be more productive.
So you'll lay off staff?
Opportunities. I'm not saying we're laying off staff. I'm saying...
Well, you just did, Diane. You just said with technology, we don't need so many people. That means you're going to make people redundant.
Well, it may make making people redundant, but it might also be not filling positions.
All right, okay.
And it might also mean not getting lots of contractors in either.
So who would do the work? Okay. So you're saying we might bring people and staff rather than have I mean, do you think the mayor, for example, needs to have a social media manager and someone who takes pictures and puts them on the Facebook and the Insta?
Well, look, I think the important thing is that the mayor does communicate and advocate for the city.
Do you think the mayor needs a social media manager and make sure her hair is right?
Well, put it this way, I'm not interposing for stuff. What I will be doing is making sure that I communicate to people and people hear what what they're really interested in.
Look, okay, so you've said the money is the main thing. That's the first policy you've come up with. The other thing is I heard last week there is going to be some more bad economic news and a number of people may have been briefed on it last week. Is that the case?
I'm not sure what that was about, but there was, we were briefed in public excluded on the state of the Sludge project, which is already about a $430 million spend.
And what were you briefed? And what will that come out this week?
I can't go into specific details, but it's already been shared by others in media.
And what have the others shared in media without you being the source of this?
So others have gone out and said it's $80 million over budget. So,
and how long? What's the lifetime of that project?
So the lifetime of that project is, I mean, it will last for decades, so 30 to 50 years.
Okay.
And so, but the question is, we've got limited ability to increase our capital expenditure, and then when you borrow more, you have to pay interest, and you pay that interest through your rates.
So that already blows your $40 million. Does that blow your $40 million budget rethink out of the water?
No, it won't blow. It won't blow that, because I'm looking at operational expenditure, not capital expenditure.
Okay, all right, I get you. What are the other two of your three top policies? What are the other two, Diane?
Well, one of the other ones I've got, we're going to be open for business, so I'm going to reset the commercial differential rate, which is at the moment we're charging our commercial ratepayers 3.7 times the general rate. Now, there's always been a differential, as we call it, but it's crept up to offset.
So you're going to lower that. You're going to take in less money from commercial ratepayers.